So, you know, watching Ederson wise up for that header on Tuesday, I've seen him do that on the field at Stanley Park and, you know, all over Wiltshire for as long as I can remember watching the kids. So it's not a shock, but at the same time, you know, it's great for the manager to show faith in the likes of Dan Ederson and make sure that, you know, with players knocking on the door, you know, we've got at least options that are coming on off the bench. I think Nat Williams is making his way back there today, so with a fit Nat Williams on the bench, and we can assume he is, the fact that he's gone with Ederson just shows the faith that the manager's got in the young lads coming out the pathway. Yeah, I'll pop out. See you later. Simon, is it? All right. No, it's fine.
So good afternoon, welcome on to today's Vanarama National South Match between Chelsea City and Chippenham Town. Continuing on this one's got Oleszynski, Chippenham number 1, Will Henry, 2 Eddie Jones, 3 Freddie Grant, 5 Dan Ellison, 6 Luke Haynes, 9 Captain Matt McClaw, 11 Alex Gray, 14 Luke Stokes, 16 Ken Bradley, 17 Ed Williams and 20 Tom Mayhew. Chelsea Chippenham 4, Craig Fasson-Wade, 7 Tyreek Johnson, 12 Owen Windsor, 13 Mal Nichols and 18 Nat Williams.
Yeah, Owen Windsor's taken up on the right-hand side, so Alex Bray not included in from the start. Mayhew's got a hold of that ball very nicely, plays it into the feet of Matt McClure. Matt McClure from the edge of the area goes for the shot, and I tell you what, that's an outstanding save from 𝗠𝘁𝗵𝗵, and that has brought the rather quiet crowd so far in this main stand to life. That's a wonderful save low to his left-hand side, and he's almost just put his hand on the ball and caught it underneath rather than pushing it away, but good shot from Matt McClure with his left foot. And Chippenham have the first attempt on target in this game. Just 2.5 minutes into it, still Chelmsford. Chelmsford still with the ball inside their own half, now coming forward just a touch. Carruthers lays it off only as far as Mayhew loses his footing, and then Williams goes in for a challenge, but Chelmsford still have the ball clipped over to Castiglione on the left-hand side. Castiglione with a right-footed ball cleared into the penalty area, headed down from a Chelmsford player and eventually hooked away by Grant, headed up into the air by Spokes. Windsor brings it down only as far as Carruthers. Challenge in there from Spokes, and it's late. And Carruthers has gone down, and he's put his hand up in the air saying it has to be a foul. It was given, but what, will there be a slice of cheese coming out of the referee's pocket, waved in the direction of Luke Spokes? It doesn't look like the most likely to hit this, and in fact probably will be hitting it as no one else has really stood over the ball, but Carruthers will go for a shot, right-footed over the wall, and it's a wonderful save from Will Henry to get to it. Great save, the first time the Chippenham man's been called into significant action, and it was from the free kick, but it's palmed away and gone out for a corner. He gets a lot of hugs, pats on the back from Chippenham defensive partners, but there will now be a corner for them to contend with. Carruthers or the ball to Spokes through the midfield. Spokes finds Bray, takes a couple of touches. Francis throws a boot at it. Alex Bray still going to have hold of the ball and run down here left-hand side. Good work from Alex Bray. The afterburners are on, and he's looked to nutmeg his man, and he goes down, and the referee gives a free kick to Chippenham Town for that one. The decision met by groans in this stand. Chelmsford don't believe it would be. Alex Bray just slipped the ball through Luke Jenkins' leg, and it's also a yellow card for the number 12 of Luke Jenkins, perhaps a little bit harsh. considering it being his circle. So Chippenham all guns blazing with this attack, and it is going to be Spokes who's going to deliver right-footed from the left-hand side. The Chippenham fans burst into life behind that goal as they know this is a significant opportunity. Spokeson is now going to deliver this. It's gone all the way through a couple of bodies. There's a head thrown at there, and it's Dan Ellison once again. Super Dan Ellison makes it 2 goals in 2 games, and the Chippenham fans down there are absolutely buzzing. Chelmsford could not clear their lines, and it's gone through a couple of bodies. Ellison's got a deflection on it, thrown a head at it. It's a bit less glamorous than his goal on Tuesday night, but I tell you what, he will take that to the bank and absolutely run with it. Chippenham lead by a goal to 0, and it's Super Dan Ellison once again.
Goal time, first game goal time, 25 minutes.
Goal officially timed on 25 minutes, and that makes Dan Ellison his second league goal of the season. That'll put him in line with Jake Evans, and according to the stats books, also Nat Williams, but I think Aaron and Maddie Holloway will have something to say about that. Chelmsford kick us back off following edge in there from Grant and Bray, but Abira is going to go before Alex Bray did halt him in his tracks, and ball played out of play. Actually kept in play by Chelmsford body. James with the ball, furthest Chelmsford player back. He finds the 26 of Ocheng ahead of him. Carruthers twists, Carruthers turns and finds Ocheng, who now plays the ball to Barbrick. Barbrick over to Abiro. Ball played, so it was Ocheng, and then Abiro puts a cross in following that, and out for another Chelmsford corner. Smattering of applause from the Chelmsford fans on the far side. And then they've only got about 3 minutes plus stoppage time left in this first. Corner kick on the right hand side. Carruthers is going to deliver right-footed into the penalty area. Header in there from the number 12, and they've equalised. 2 set-piece goals, and it's the number 12 who's wheeling away in celebration. Luke Jenkins threw a head at it. It was the match-up between Jenkins and Dan Ellison. Ellison just beaten to the ball sadly, and the header's flown straight into the back of the net. And we are level here at the Melbourne Community Stadium, 1-1. Been unlucky for Chippenham there, as I think Jenkins was just one of the biggest players in that penalty area, and he could do nothing but miss from 6 yards out and header the ball into the top corner. It was a well-worked head. That should have been a free kick, but there's really not many other complaints from Chelmsford. Jones flicks the ball down the line. Castiglione is going to go for a challenge in there on Haynes, and Carruthers gets a hold of it first and challenge in there from Haynes, and Williams is now going to have the ball for Chippenham, and he's found the ball to Owen Windsor, who's going to play the ball to Alex Bray, who's going to run through and goal. Alex Bray goes down. Referee not interested one bit. It didn't look like Ocheng got anywhere near the ball. Jermaine Francis got anywhere near the ball. Just shoved Alex Bray to the floor off the ball, but Bray's back up to his feet, and now Chelmsford are going to attack down the left-hand side, and Ellison has worked the offside trap beautifully on the number 19, Freddie Hockey. Hockey had already made the run, and Ellison throw in. That should have been. Either way, Chelmsford have given it, and they've played it quickly now with Jenkins, who's clipped the ball forward. Ellison with a header into midfield that's flicked up over a Chelmsford body, and Williams can now play a ball looking for Owen Windsor, who's got a defender to run at here. Owen Windsor still going to go. The ball's played before Chippenham body can't get in the way of it, and Chelmsford are going to get their lines clear. But McClure nearly had a hold of the ball on the penalty spot through one-on-one then, but the ball just got caught underneath his feet. Luke Haynes goes down under a challenge from a Chelmsford body and wants the free kick, but the referee's not giving it. So Will Henry has the ball inside of his own penalty area, and Mayhew can let the ball run to McClure. McClure flicks it now to Grant. Grant looking for Bray down the left-hand side. Chippenham attacking. Alex Bray nearly inside the penalty area on the left-hand side now. Bray's going to put a cross in. Alex Bray does go down on the edge of the penalty area. Jenkins has gone in a little bit excessively. He's dived into the challenge. He's saying he won the ball, but the ball went into the penalty area from Alex Bray. But Jenkins will consider himself a very lucky boy if he stays on the pitch, as it's not his first foul after being booked, and he's dived into that challenge. I'm surprised Chippenham aren't making more of his head on this again. Spokes does deliver high and up into the back post. It's a header in there. The ball's bounced off of the post, has it? No, it hasn't. I think it was Luke Haynes arriving at the far post and just headed wide and headed off the advertising hoarding, but the ball kind of back into the 6 yards box, and I thought it hit the post. But a goal kick, no, he goes past Windsor with a breeze. A challenge in there from Mayhew on Barbrick, but Barbrett comes away with the ball and twists and turns and goes back to 𝗁𝘁𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗁. Chelmsford putting Chippenham under a lot of pressure, sorry. Here's Jenkins on the right-hand side once again. Ball played down the line, looking for 𝗁𝘁𝗴𝗵𝗵. 𝗁𝘁𝗵𝗵 cross, high up into the penalty area. Header eventually cleared away by Chippenham body. Only as far now as Carruthers on the edge of the area. Looks to play inside, the ball bounces off of a Chippenham body once again, and it's given as a corner kick to Chelmsford. Atmosphere ramping up on the stand away to our right-hand side, where Will Henry, currently Giglione, one of them will be delivering. Bray and Windsor have both gone over there to make sure no shenanigans goes on. Carruthers does deliver into the penalty area. Now it's a header in there from Jenkins once again. This one just flashes past the post, but it's deja vu for Chippenham Town, nearly then inches away from Luke Jenkins being at the double from set pieces. Dan Ellison involved in a bit of a clash there with Jenkins once again, but Ellison back up to his feet inside of the Chelmsford half as he gives it and gets it back from 𝗁𝘁𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗁. Tyreek Johnson's just gone to warm up for Chippenham. Ball clipped forward. Eddie Jones, has he missed hold of that ball? No, he hasn't. Castiglione has the ball down in the corner on the left-hand side for Chelmsford. Now ball cleared into the penalty area, hacked away at the first time of asking by Dan Ellison. Brought down nicely though by Ed Williams, and Chippenham can now look to attack with Mayhew. Twisted inside looking for Williams. Williams has got Windsor on if he could find him. He does play a ball. Owen Windsor, he's through one-on-one. He goes for the strike and he puts the ball in the back of the net. Chippenham Town back in front, and it's the man whose name wasn't even on the team sheet. He's put it in the back of the net. Chippenham wheel away in celebration. Mistake at the back. Chippenham counter-attack. Chippenham in front thanks to Owen Windsor. 2-1. Williams so well in the middle of the park to able to get his head up, shift his way past his man and play a ball through to Windsor, who had acres of space and years of time to decide what to do. He's taken one touch, he's then smashed it straight into the top corner. 𝗁𝘁𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗁 couldn't really do much with it as he wasn't sure whether to stay or go. He was stuck in no man's land, and Windsor tucks the ball away, and with not look like it's going to happen straight away. It doesn't want to be happen, so as it stands, Chelmsford temporarily down to 10 before Jenkins can come back on the pitch. He's being held, and now Jenkins is back on the pitch, so we are 12 against 12. 12 against 12? No, we're not. We're 11 against 11. Ball cleared forward by Chelmsford, headed down by Barbrett, and there's a Chelmsford body on the edge of the 6-yard box, and it's flashed, and it's gone over the line. No, it hasn't. It's cleared. The ball is almost on the line, but it's hacked away by Luke Haynes. Chippenham defending with every ounce of energy they've got, and Chelmsford, this game's getting rather scrappy as there's some sort of challenge down there. I think Luke Haynes was down holding his face or something. I'm not sure if he's particularly complaining, but the referee's had to stop the game, and he's going to just have a word with maybe the two captains just to stop some of these shenanigans. But we've got still about 14 minutes plus stoppage time left to go. So Chelmsford won't want to waste any seconds, but I think the substitution is now being allowed to happen to Jermaine Francis on the right-hand side. Francis looking for Jenkins in a crossing position, also on this right-hand side. Cross does come into the penalty area, but Grant can touch it down and get the ball clear. McClure wanted it into his feet, but it's cleared long, and the goalkeeper has it. He's come charging out. Now on halfway is Francis. Left from James looking for Carruthers, who's dropped in further and further deeper, and he's going to dink this ball forward, looking for the 25 of 𝗁𝘁𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗁. 𝗁𝘁𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗁 slices a shot, and it's straight off of the foot of Freddie Grant and out for another corner kick. Samir Carruthers has seemed to have run off his little bit of a limp we saw earlier, and he's sprinting over to the corner kick on this near side. 90 seconds plus stoppage time to go. The number 10's going to deliver this corner right-footed from the right-hand side. Comes into the penalty area, header flown at it, bouncing around on the goal line, but Will Henry can come in there and just throw himself on the ball. And I would be nervous if I was Will Henry being that close to my goal line, but he's right there, and he can count down 3.5 minutes of the stoppage time left to go. Jenkins is running forward for Chelmsford. Ball comes high up and into the penalty area now. Header met by Eddie Jones. Carruthers being put under pressure by Williams, and is forced to go backwards inside of his own half. James, the central of the three centre halves at the minute, to Jenkins on the right. Jenkins down the line looking for 𝗁𝘁𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗁. Jenkins gets it back. Jenkins dinks the ball forward, looking for Coker on the edge of the penalty box. Ellison is with him though. Ellison is beaten. Ball flashed across the penalty area, and it's tapped in at the death at the far post. Not sure the man who's got it. All the Chelmsford players grabbing hold of the ball and just running away. They want to get this game back underway. And Luke Spokes will receive a yellow card for hogging the ball in the goal, but Ellison was so unfortunately beaten on that near side by Callum Jones, who's played it across goal, and whoever's tapped it in could do nothing but miss. Chippenham conceding stoppage time. It's 2-2. Once again into Chippenham territory. Ellison with a brave header. Brought down by Carruthers, only as far as Spokes. Spokes plays the ball and it has to go out of play. We are over the elapsed added time. Ball cleared. Spokes misses it. Grant has the ball. It's going to fall with 𝗶𝗴𝗵𝗵𝗵 inside of Chippenham's half. 𝗶𝗴𝗵𝗵's going to run and still look to go. He's still got a hold of the ball. Does 𝗶𝗴𝗵𝗵𝗵 goes down under a challenge. Referee's not interested. Cleared forward and the referee brings an end to today's proceedings. Well, an action-packed game. 1-1 in both halves. Chelmsford, a bit of a flat atmosphere it feels like here, despite them scoring in the 93rd minute to equalise. They maybe feel it's a couple of points dropped despite not leading. They feel like they could have gone into this game with a win, but they continue their rather miserable home form. Still not won at this ground in the league since the end of August. But Chippenham continue their impressive away form of not losing. That's still only 3 away losses in 2023, but a hard-fought, gritty point that probably could have